Bro, I got so many moments with this dude, bro. We win, like when you win the Super Bowl, because y'all don't know about this, I'm gonna explain it to y'all.
Tell them about it,
Yeah,
though.
right. Like when you win when you win it, and then Coach might disagree. Like, I don't know if I was joyful as much as I was relieved.
Hey,
right? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know something I think about too? Like, I walked off that field with you when we lost too.
That's what I was about to. I remember that more than anything I remember that happened in the
first. Ain't no doubt. Hey, dude, you don't think about it. Like when you lose a Super Bowl and that confetti raining down, there's another team on the field.
Yes, families.
That's trying to get off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think about in the midst of all the confetti and the celebration and stuff, you're thinking about the winners, their faces, their families, people trying to get kids to them, the podium and all of that stuff, and just the pomp and circumstance. In the midst of all of that, there is another team that's like,
yeah, bro.
Man.
All right, we gotta get out of here.
Right.
And we lost to Green Bay, and the game ended. All of that stuff started happening, and that confetti started raining down, and I'm looking around like, I gotta get out of here. And he was standing right there,
man,
and he was just still. And I remember I put my hand on your shoulder. I said, "Come on, man.
So let's go.
Let's get out of here."
Yeah.
And we walked off that field together with that confetti raining down for Green Bay. Mm. We've been in some real cool places together.
Yeah.
But we've been in some dark places too.
You know what the worst part about that was, Coach? And it's like it had never registered to me that we could lose a game.
Me neither.
You know what I'm saying? Because remember, that's the year we played Baltimore. Me and you we walking into the locker room together. We down 21-7, and you was like, RC, this is gonna be the most epic comeback that ever happened. He tells me we are, bro. No, you understand? We're walking into 14. The locker room. Down 14 to Baltimore at the time. You know,
because it should have been more.
Yeah, we
and it wasn't. Bro. So I'm like, they screwed up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it should have been more.
We walking in, he's like, RC, it's finna be like most epic comeback. Pittsburgh still a playoff history. We come out, first drive, I hit Ray Rice, he fumbles, we pick it up, we score. Second drive, I get a pick, we score, and it was 21-21. And we walked past each other, and we looked at each other, we was like,
time to get
I think like, how your day going, man? You know what I mean? It was something like that.
Bro, it was like, yeah, but it was the same thing. We were losing at halftime, and we had the same conversation in the Super Bowl because repetition builds a certain level of comfort, and we were never uncomfortable in that.
I never considered losing.
Me neither.
But when that confetti was raining down and it wasn't for us, we lost.
Do you take away anything in that moment, from that moment? A buddy of mine, when they lost to the Colts, Wally Ungoulia, he played for the Bears when they lost to the Colts in Miami. And he walked off the field, he said he has his helmet here, and the confetti fell in his helmet. And even to this day, that bag, when he put his equipment up, he's like the next offseason, when he opened that bag back up to start, that confetti was in there. And it was a moment that motivated him to, not give up throughout that season. Did you have any of those moments?
It didn't hit me, man, probably till I got back here and I sat down here in this basement, man, and I started thinking about the ramifications of losing that game.
Yeah.
Careers, gold jackets, and all, because that's what we was hunting.
Right.
That's what we was talking about. Like, that was the third one this collective had been to in about 5 years. And so we was on that type tip.
Right.
That legacy, that football immortality.
That really makes you a dynasty, honestly. Troy talked about it.
Yeah, when the gravity, when I sat down here in this room, and the gravity of that, it was tough. When it's all moving and things of that nature, particularly when you lead, and I can hide behind taking care of others. You know what I mean? Checking on others. When I got home, when I got here, man, crazy. Because you realize what's lost. Like, it's more than a game, man. Yeah. Like, we talking about lifetime scholarship for people.
Right.
We talking about gold jackets. We talking about, we talking about a lot.
Troy said that he did my podcast I used to do by myself, and he talks about that and losing it because he's saying, because we were talking about him going in, and he's mentioning whether it's Casey or Pot Dog, all these people, and he's saying when you get 3 Super Bowls and people see you as a dynasty, now they start looking for more people off of those teams to recognize.
Right.
And he was saying, and in not getting it, it probably stole, and it's probably true, like it probably stole some of that away from dudes.
No question it did.
Yeah.
We win that game, Hines is in the Hall of Fame right now.
Right.
For example. What it does in terms of rounding out the resumes of the men in that collective, man.
No. It was freaking miserable.
Nah, I
Because the next year, we went 12-4 the next year too, and that was the Tebow year, right?
Correct.
And that was kind of like the end of us, of that group.
No question it was the end of that group. Not only because of just the attrition that is the game and the age of the men, but dude, that team was constructed in a certain way, to play a certain way. And nobody gave up more with the player safety initiative than that team.
Mm-hmm. Remember that tape? It's like me and Debo.
Nobody gave up more. We all give up something for the advancement of the game. I don't hate the player initiative. I'm a proponent of the player safety initiative. Mm-hmm. I got sons that's playing college football right now.
Right.
How can I be against it?
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, though, we were constructed to win in a certain way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We laid people down, and that's how we got down.
Correct.
And so that initiative was counterculture to how we play football.
True. Yeah.
And that group gave up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you played us, you knew that you could get laid down. Mm-hmm. It was the plays that we didn't have to make.
Right.
People didn't throw 4 verticals.
They didn't throw.
No.
Because
All go special on him?
nah.
No. No. Think about us. The plays we didn't have to make because people knew how we get down.
Like
They
Right.
knew
about
if you come
Right.
if you curve
And
something.
I tell people that all the time, Coach. Having spent that time in New England, one of Belichick's thing he would always say, "Do business as business is being done."
Correct.
And then you can look at what is it called with the flat football,
Deflategate.
Deflategate, right? We're gonna bend the rules as close as we can to playing within the confinements of them. Do football's been done. They understood the rules. You're not gonna knock out a defenseless receiver. Here you have a 6'8" tight end whose arm reach is now 7'6".
They put him here for him.
By the time you throw him the 4 verticals, that seam, if he's running it against you, when he's looking at the ball, you're looking at him.
Looking at his hip.
High point, turn around. The safety's not hitting him. One, you're taking food out of his pocket, right? So the defense isn't gonna bend the rules. So now it favors the offense. It puts you in a better situation in terms of success rate. Mm-hmm. So that's what they would do. So certain teams that got that quick, we're gonna take advantage of the rules. Then they were successful.
It was hard for us, man.
It was hard for you.
We played bully ball, and we were a spot drop 3-deep team, meaning that sometimes the ball's gonna beat you there. When the ball beats you there, you bang it out.
You bang it out. Yeah. You have to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Otherwise,
and so
you get a point
that's what I mean when I say
Yeah.
we gave up more than anybody in that player safety initiative, man, just in terms of how we went about doing business. The blueprint in which we won football games and championships had to change because they was flying these dudes to New York every week and taking money from them and us.
Correct, that's true.
Hold up, limitless, take a stomach guy pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up.